What's up, Packers Nation? Victor here, and I'm telling you right now, this offseason could completely reshape the future of Green Bay. Because two absolutely massive storylines are heating up at the same time. And if even one of them becomes reality, the Packers could instantly jump into the Super Bowl contender conversation for 2026. First, imagine Jordan Love finally getting a true elite number one wide receiver. Not just another young prospect. Not just another solid role guy. I'm talking about a proven star, someone who just put up over 1,400 yards, 90-plus catches, and nearly double-digit touchdowns. A receiver who completely changes how defenses line up against us, and who, according to league insiders, is now being actively recruited to Green Bay by current and former NFL stars. Yeah, this one is getting real fast. And then, as if that wasn't crazy enough, there's another bombshell. The Packers are being linked to a potential blockbuster trade for one of the most feared pass rushers in the entire NFL. A future Hall of Famer, a five-time All-Pro, a defensive monster who, if paired with Micah Parsons, could create one of the most terrifying edge-rushing duos in football. We're talking about a move that could instantly transform Green Bay's defense into a championship-level unit. Now put this together: an elite WR1 for Jordan Love, and a dominant pass rusher next to Micah Parsons. That's how contenders become champions. So today, we're breaking down both of these huge rumors, what they mean for the Packers, how realistic they actually are, the cap situation, the trade value, and whether Brian Gutekunst might finally be ready to go all in for a Super Bowl run in 2026. And listen, if you're a real Packers fan, someone who truly believes Green Bay is about to take the next step, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and join Packers Nation Report, because we are chasing something special here. All right, let's break it all down. Packers Nation, this could completely change the future of this offense. Are the Green Bay Packers seriously in the race to land George Pickens this offseason? Because if this is real, we might be talking about the biggest move for Jordan Love since the Micah Parsons trade. We've got star players recruiting, insider buzz, insane stats, and a potential WR1 finally coming to Green Bay. So trust me, you do not want to miss this breakdown. Now let's talk about George Pickens and why Green Bay might be the perfect fit. Under Brian Gutekunst, one thing is clear: the Packers are no longer playing it safe. We saw it with the blockbuster trade for Micah Parsons before the 2025 season. That move alone showed the entire NFL that Green Bay is officially in win-now mode. And even though injuries derailed that playoff run, the message was sent: this front office is aggressive. So now, the big question is simple. How do you help Jordan Love take the next step? And the answer might be, give him a true elite WR1. The NFL rumor mill is absolutely on fire right now, and George Pickens is one of the biggest names floating around. At the Pro Bowl games, the games themselves were boring, but the real action happened behind the scenes. Players talking, recruiting, planting seeds, and that's where the Packers enter the conversation. Micah Parsons, our superstar defender, reportedly tried recruiting George Pickens right in front of CeeDee Lamb on the Up and Adams show. And when your franchise defensive superstar is actively trying to bring in elite offensive talent, you know something is brewing. On top of that, Jordan Love and Pickens share the same agent, and they even play basketball together in the offseason. That's not nothing. That's how relationships get built. That's how stars start thinking, man, what would we look like together? Let's talk production. In 2025, George Pickens put up 93 receptions, 1,429 receiving yards, 9 touchdowns that ranked him third in the entire NFL in receiving yards. Now compare that to our current receivers. Romeo Doubs, 724 yards, Christian Watson, 611 yards, Matthew Golden, 361 yards. Look, I love our guys. I truly do. But let's be honest, we do not have a proven WR1. Pickens instantly becomes the alpha. He stretches the field. He wins contested catches. He dominates one-on-one coverage. He forces defenses to roll coverage his way. And that opens everything for the rest of the offense. Imagine Pickens pulling safeties deep while Watson attacks vertically, Doubs works the intermediate routes, and Kraft dominates the middle of the field. That's scary. That's championship-level offense. Jordan Love took massive steps forward this season. His chemistry with the receiving corps improved, his pocket presence looked elite, and his deep ball was lethal. Now imagine pairing him with one of the most physically dominant wide receivers in the NFL. Pickens' catch radius, body control, and physicality perfectly match Love's arm talent. This could easily become one of the most dangerous QB-WR duos in the NFC. Now let's talk money. The franchise tag for wide receivers in 2025 was just over $23 million, and in 2026, that number is expected to go even higher. Dallas has already said they want to keep Pickens, but that price tag is massive, especially with their cap situation and other stars to pay. If Dallas hesitates, Green Bay should be ready. We've got cap flexibility, we've got draft capital, we've got a young franchise quarterback, and now we've got superstar players actively recruiting. This feels different. This feels realistic. Now, let's keep it real. Pickens comes with baggage. In Pittsburgh, the coaching staff had to constantly manage his emotions. Eventually, the Steelers decided the talent wasn't worth the drama and shipped him out. But guess what? In Dallas, he matured. He thrived. He became a leader. Sometimes environment is everything. And I truly believe Green Bay's culture could bring out the best version of George Pickens. Strong locker room, strong leadership, strong coaching. That matters. Packers Nation, we are officially in a Super Bowl window. Jordan Love is entering his prime. The defense is stacked, the offensive line is solid, and the front office is aggressive. Adding George Pickens could be the final piece. This isn't about making the playoffs anymore. This is about bringing Lombardi Trophy number 5 back to Green Bay. Now I want to hear from you, Packers Nation. Would you want the Packers to go after George Pickens? Would you pay elite money for a true WR1? Or do you believe our young receivers can develop into that role? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I reply to as many as I can, and I love talking football with you guys. Packers Nation, this news could absolutely shake the NFL to its core. What if I told you the Green Bay Packers could be in position to trade for TJ Watt? Yeah, that TJ Watt. One of the most dominant pass rushers of this generation, a Wisconsin native, a 5-time All-Pro, and potentially the missing piece to a legendary defense in Green Bay. This is one of those rumors that makes you sit up straight in your chair. So make sure you smash that like button and subscribe to Packers Nation Report and help us hit our insane goal of 2,000 subscribers. Only real Packers fans are part of this movement. Let's build something special together. Now, let's talk about why TJ Watt in Green Bay might actually make way more sense than people realize. Why the Steelers are at a crossroads. The Pittsburgh Steelers have been stuck in football purgatory for about 3 years now. Not bad enough to rebuild, not good enough to truly contend. Their defense, once the strength of the franchise, is now aging, expensive, and declining, despite being the most expensive defense in the entire NFL. Now with Mike Tomlin no longer the head coach and a new era beginning, big changes are coming. And one of those moves that makes a lot of sense? Trading TJ Watt. Now don't get me wrong, Watt is still elite, but time catches everyone. Over the last 2 seasons, Watt has totaled 5 sacks, after exploding for 19 sacks in 2023 alone. That production dip, combined with age and contract realities, means Pittsburgh could look to sell while his value is still sky high. And if that happens, the Packers should be first in line. Why Green Bay makes perfect sense. Now this is where things get spicy. TJ Watt is a Wisconsin native. This is home. This is family. This is personal. If he ever became available, there is no doubt in my mind that Green Bay would be one of his preferred destinations. Financially? Yes, the Packers would need to restructure some contracts. But we've seen Brian Gutekunst work cap magic before. And let's be honest, when elite talent becomes available, you make it work. Because the potential payoff here is absolutely insane. Watt plus Micah Parsons equals pure chaos Packers Nation. Imagine this for a second. TJ Watt on one edge, Micah Parsons on the other. That might legitimately be the most terrifying pass rush duo in NFL history. Offensive coordinators would lose sleep. Quarterbacks would rush throws. Offensive lines would collapse. This duo would instantly make the Packers' defense the most feared unit in football. Let's talk numbers. Watt, 5X All-Pro, former Defensive Player of the Year, 100-plus career sacks. Parsons, multiple All-Pro selections, double-digit sacks nearly every season. That is guaranteed pressure on every single snap. And when you combine that with an already talented secondary and an improving linebacker core, you're talking about a championship defense. Super Bowl window is wide open. This is the biggest reason why Green Bay should aggressively pursue a trade like this. Jordan Love is entering his prime. The offense is loaded with young talent. The front office is in full win-now mode. Adding TJ Watt would be a Super Bowl push move, not a rebuild move, not a development move, a we're coming for everything move. And let's be honest, We already saw the aggressive mentality when the Packers traded for Micah Parsons. That move completely changed expectations. This would take it to another level. Is the price worth it? Yes, it would cost a lot. Likely high draft picks, possibly a player, and some cap gymnastics. But let me ask you something. What is the price of a Lombardi trophy? Because elite edge rushers win championships. We saw it with Von Miller in Denver. We saw it with DeMarcus Ware. We saw it with the Buccaneers and Rams in their Super Bowl runs. Dominant pass rush changes everything. The homecoming story. And let's not ignore the emotional aspect. TJ Watt returning home to Wisconsin. That story alone would ignite the fan base. Jerseys would sell out overnight. Lambeau would be shaking. This would be one of the most iconic trades in Packers history. Now I want to hear from you, Packers Nation. Would you trade major draft capital for TJ Watt? Do you believe Watt plus Parsons would create the best pass rush in NFL history? Or should the Packers stay younger and build through the draft? Drop your takes in the comments. I reply to as many as I can, and I love talking ball with you guys. If you enjoyed this breakdown, smash that like button, subscribe to Packers Nation Report, and help us hit our huge goal of 2,000 subscribers. This channel is powered by real Packers fans, for real Packers fans. This is Victor, and as always, go Pack Go!